Well, I'm doing awesome. Yep. And like I was saying just before we started the stream, there's a pretty good battle going on to finish as high up as seventh. So right now Ryan is in seventh with 49 points, and you got T Money right behind him at 48. Zamoglis 42. Uh, Scavney and Alt Maverick at 42 and 41. I mean, so these guys can really dice it up a little bit. No, just the rain. These guys are such good drivers. I mean, the rain really isn't going to affect it too much, but the rain always can have a play, can mess with you. So, but like these guys are doing really well. Yep. I think he's not showing them on this. Yeah. He's, oh, that ain't right. I'm not saying he's on a regular lap all low. Well, I mean it is, but 2 minutes and 50 seconds does not seem like anywhere near reasonable here. Yeah. Here it comes. Yeah. Here comes Doc. He just passed through Beckett's Chapel. Went through Stowe. Yeah, me either. I printed out a map. Yeah. Whoa! That's a tricky area right there. You got to be careful getting on the throttle. Looks like he's going around again. That's ridiculous. Yeah, they don't seem to be struggling too much, so I don't know, does that mean maybe it's going to be a wet race too? They got this wet setup? Very nice. And Denmark's a little bit. I can't tell. Wow. Doing a great lap. Right now I'm on board with Denmark. Everybody's invalidated. Oh. Yeah, and for me personally, there are a lot of turns here that you have to be very careful getting back on the throttle. Particularly like when you're about to close out your lap, which is where Denmark is right now, coming into the last couple of turns. He seemed to be doing quite well. His time looks really good. There you go. He was a little slippery coming through. I think it's called Copes. Copes. Yeah, he got a little slippery. So maybe, the first time out, these guys were just kind of refamiliarizing themselves with a wet track here in Britain. Maybe. Yeah. Here comes Fuzz. He's getting ready to start his lap. Buzz is doing pretty good on his lap right now. Not a lot of slipping around. Not overly cautious. Much better for Buzz this time from Pops. Just doing his best. Second. Maybe just a little late turning in, but he really cut the apex well. purposes. Don't tell him that. That must have been his outlap, but it didn't say it was. It had to be his outlap. T can be so darn fast. So darn fast. A little wide there. That's pretty good for Ryan. He can struggle in the second half of the season. Oh no. If you say so. See T-Money coming through. Maggot, Beggots, and Chapel. He's down. He's improved by 0.6 of a second. That's gonna put him. Yeah, that's gonna put him up around. Oh boy, he should leapfrog Buzz. Just need to nail these corners. Such a delicate section. And oh wow. Nice job. And Denmark, I think, is just about ready to start his hunt. Very tidy for Denmark going through the loop. It's the loop. The loop. Very nice. I didn't see if Denmark was ahead of his time for the first sector, but oh, not good. Yeah. He probably should just, I don't know if there's enough time for him to get into the pits and get back out, or if he has enough fuel to go around again. Ooh, did well not to get out too far onto the track there and just look back. Oh, that just changed. You know, I always say that it's not that bad. If it's going to be raining, I don't mind starting towards the back, because inevitably there's going to be something going on in front of me and I just need to kind of dodge it. But I'm not fast like everybody else, so if I could start towards the front and I was a fast driver, that's what I would do. But it's not always that bad to be towards the back, particularly with that. Here comes Josh. Through the last couple turns. And Josh moved up. An out lap, and he's about ready to start his last go at quali. Ryan, you're what'd you call him? Yeah, you called him the Friday night. Looked pretty tidy through there. Probably not carrying as much speed as he would like. Sixteenths. Oh, there goes Alton. Yeah, at least it's only quali. That is a tough. Oh, T validated. Called. Oh, Cobalt. There was 2 hits up on his lap on his time, but he went through the grass as you maybe saw. That is not going to help his efforts. Oh, it's 3/10. Yep. Need to nail these corners. Not bad. And oh wow. He lost a little bit of time there too. Who do we got left up there? Nobody. I think that is quality. That might be his first pole of the season. It may be, yeah, because I mean, when Landau was here and Hacker, and he's not here, so those two are pretty much covering the top 2 spots usually. So. Yeah, between first and 10th. Well, 6/10 between first and 10th, which in the rain, you know, that's tight. Yeah, yeah. And of course, as we all know, these guys in Tier 1 are all very good. They all have great pace. Doesn't surprise me that they'd be this tight there towards the front. I didn't see the bottom of the grid and how close they were. I know they probably weren't too far behind, but it ought to be a lot of fun. Yep, yep. I just finished off this bottle of Basil Hayden's whiskey. So, well, nice. Nothing wrong with that. Pretty much, yeah. Provided it doesn't prevent you from going to work the next day. Here we go. Starting the formation lap. I don't know if somebody started early. Doth said 8:23. So 16 drivers. That's not bad. This is the last race of the season. I have 16 guys out. There, I think there was one reserve driver in this field. I'm trying to recall. And actually, I don't think that person is here. Yeah, I'm looking back in the stream, and I really couldn't tell you who that additional driver was supposed to be. Yeah, neither do I. They've all been here pretty much all year, so. Nonetheless, 16. That's a great field. Last race for these guys in the 2020 season. So it looks like it's, they're out on the slicks. Even though it's cloudy, they're not, it's not raining now. Although the leaders are starting. Looked like I had a few softs there. Let me change my... So Dot is starting first on the softs, and then the rest of the field through to 7th are on the mediums. Beck, Fuzz, and Sam finishing the top 10, starting on the softs. Yep, nothing happening towards the back. All done. A lot of close driving, but very clean. I was trying to get around back. Almost went off track trying to get around him. That gave him room. Yeah, not much significant change, just Sam. Sam has dropped 5 spots from 10th to 15. And then the biggest gain was Fusion and Scadden. They're both up 3. But everybody else, it's basically 1 or 2 spots, that's it. Ooh. Yep. So Fuzz finally took that position from back. They were battling that whole first lap. Oh, 3-second penalty. Yeah, these medium runners really want to try to keep Doth within reach. At least Scamming is something you have to watch out for all the time. You get a lot of penalties at, because scamming does not like to get penalties and does well not to get them. Oh, Fusion went around. A little contact between him and Beck. I don't think there was anything. They were both very close, and unfortunately he went around. We got a little bit of sunshine coming out. These medium runners. These guys are probably sliding a little bit right now. essentially half the field. 8 to 12. Yeah, Dots. I'd be interested to see where he comes out. If he has to pit, if we run a clean race and he has to pit, where is he going to come out and how much is he going to lose a lot of time trying to work through the midfield when he does make that stop? Yeah. Very close group, yeah. And Beck is right behind Fuzz, so we got 6-7 drivers here within 2 seconds of that. Yeah, Fuzz has to get around Denmark. At least one guy on the mediums. And he definitely has the pace to do it. Unfortunately for him, Denmark is also in the DRS of 2 money who's carrying a lot of pace here tonight. So, no, I don't like, nobody likes DRS rules. Oh, Puff got a 3-second penalty. Following along here with Fuzz going through Beckett and Chapel, and he's pretty close to Denmark. If he can get a better exit, he might get him with the DRS. Yeah, he's got him. You know, he's at his sight 17 money. Who shot 42 under par in the golf? Maverick with a 3-second penalty. Yeah, so the penalties are starting to rear their Oh. Nope, he's right behind Puck. Buzz has gotten by T-Money. He's 2 seconds behind Jim, so he's got his work cut out to get him to catch up to him, but these tires got L60s. Legit. So Janet's on the move. So Janet passed Mr. Joshua at the end of that lap, and now he's pressuring Cobalt on the same set of tires. So Janet's moving up pretty well. Maverick with a 5-second penalty. Ouch. Yep, to this point, for sure. And so we got Janet going through Maggots. He's right on the ball. A little wide there, a little sloppy for Janet. I'm not going to be happy with that. Virtual safety car. Beckett, 5 seconds. Oh, collision with Puff. What happened there? Oh, Puff must have some damage. Puff must have some damage. He's having a hard time stopping. Jen is really giving Cobalt a hard time, but it seems like he just at the worst time, the car just kind of gives way on him. He either gets oversteer or understeer, depending on where he is in the pack, and at those key moments when he needs it the most. A little better this time. Maybe we'll run that a little tighter. He might have a chance to get it. Yeah. Pretty aggressive here at his home track, and he's yeah, and, so Fusion is still out on his 8-lap old softs in 8th position, 10.5 seconds ahead of Doth. So I think Doth is still the net leader, unless something happens with the VSC or safety car. Buzz is another 9 seconds behind him, so Doth is sitting pretty comfortably right now. This is Janet's best chance here. Oh, a little sloppy at Beckett's, but he might have a chance this time. He's got to give it a whirl this time. He's got to dive. Oh, hit the outside. Oh! Hard to tell from being on board. I was on board with Janet. I don't think it was anything egregious to me, personally. It didn't look like it just, they were both battling for a very tight spot. Yeah, he might have let up a little bit, but I mean, this is for first place, and you got Josh right behind him. They're all on the same tired tires. So, ooh. Fusion is about to take on Seabass here. They're approaching Cops. And they're both kind of struggling and... Oh. But I think if he keeps it clean through here, he's got him. Oh, a little whack. Great sequence of turns there. It's so much fun when you get them right. And it's so detrimental when you don't. Fusion hits, yeah. Yeah, the closest group, for sure. And right where you want it, right at the front. Now, Cobalt, you know, I don't talk with Cobalt in chats very much at all, but I talk with Zenith, and I know how Zenith is, and if Zenith was behind me, I could hear him saying, GP, I got you. And he's great turn, there we go. I think he's going to have it this time. Yep. Well done. Very clean. Yeah. And let's not forget Josh right behind them. I mean, within DRS as well. If these two get into a battle, you know, a little bit of contact going through one of the turns, and he's right there ready to get through. This is what he wants to see, for sure. And you're right, there goes Cobalt. Get around him. Get around Zenith. And but Zenith took it back. Okay. Man, these three going. Ooh. Now they got to start thinking. You know, they're on 12 lap old mediums. Forgive me, I don't remember exactly how long these tires will last. So, you know, T-Money in fourth. 5.5 seconds back. Does he think about trying to undercut them? Does he try to come in one lap early and maybe gain one of those positions? There's a good chance that, you know, depending, again, I don't remember it all. Back 3 seconds. Let's pull up the penalties. Penalties we get. Ooh, Fusion with 9 seconds, Beck with 3. Beck with 6. And then 4 drivers with 5 drivers with 3. So that's not too bad. Okay. Well, Scavany's probably going to get by Dernier here. He just went through Chapel, yep. So Scavany up into 10th, passing Dernier. They're both on equal tires. They both have one stop. Let's see what they're both on 4 lap old mediums. Okay, well, don't worry about it. So, I mean, I could tell you that Zenith has pit onto the softs, and he came back out. Correct. Yep. And you still have Josh and Cobalt. Josh just outside of a second, inside of a second, depending on when you look. And I would have to think there goes Cobalt. They're both going into the pits. Both into the pits. Now, Team Money's diving in as well. You got a bet? Nice. So the front 3 leaders are in Denmark, dude. Denmark is going around again. I think they could do it. If they could take those mediums, they probably came in a little earlier. They could have probably gone a little longer on those mediums, but these softs, I think these softs will last 11 laps for them. It might be a little scary at the end, but so are the guys around them. I mean, these top 3 or 4. Let's see who's left up. Ooh, Scavany got a penalty. That's noteworthy. Yes. He does have a 3-second time penalty. Doth does have a little over 5-second lead. And Doth obviously has shown pretty good pace, took pole, so he doesn't have anybody in front of him. If he can keep it clean, keep his laps tidy, Jimmy is obviously very fast. He's got him. And Fuzz didn't drive through there poorly either. It's just he just did not have the grip that Josh did. Dernia's on, I'm sorry, Denmark's on softs. And Dernia's on fresh softs. Ooh, we went a little wide. Yeah, so there's a big tire difference. Ooh, Dernia taking a move. Oh, 3 wide into the loop, and oh my, oh, those softs. Denmark has to make this move. Yeah, that I was gonna say he probably should have backed out a little bit, but he might be the winner in this. I don't see anything egregious there either. Yep. Well, to be honest, I thought that he might think to back out a little bit, given that it was going to be so tight going into that corner. So Dernia's tires are as tired as Dot's, and Dot is maintaining a 2-second lead on Zenith. Now is on 4-lap-old softs with about 6.5 laps to go. Dot is probably Sam and Puff pretty close. Sam's got DRS, but Puff is, tires are the same age, although Puff is on 10-lap-old softs, where Sam's on 10-lap-old mediums, so advantage Sam. Great stuff from 7th to 10th. Excuse me. Well, Now, Janet is not always the most patient guy. Always super fast. And it would be in, you know, I hope that. Man. Yeah, so Scabney, he's marked by Denmark. Yeah, so I was saying, you know, Janet has not always been the most patient guy, and I mean that only in that he used to get a lot of penalties. He's really improved on that in the last season or two, and it's paying off big time. Yeah, he doesn't need to make it happen now. Does not need to make it happen now. Great point. Yeah, great point. Now, Cobalt's not too far behind either. So if Janet and Doc do get tangled up a little bit or start battling back and forth, he's only 2.5 seconds behind them. And 1 lap pressure tire as well. Yeah, he just needs to nail these corners and he's going to have them. It looks like that's what he was trying to do. He kind of laid back just a little bit to get through the exit where he wanted to be, and look at this, no problem. He really nailed the exit. Ouch, Cobalt with the 3-second penalty. Right. Correct. Cobalt has, oops. So Cobalt seconds. So top 3 drivers, you get Janet with 3, Dot with nothing, and Cobalt with 3. If you throw Josh in there, he's got 4.5. So if he's eyeing Cobalt, he just needs to. Yeah, and Janet does not need to worry about any back markers. He's got nothing in front of him, so it will not come down to that. Josh is not making much headway on Cobalt. There's a position for him. Yeah, without making the pass, he just needs to get that down. But you get Scavany behind them. So Scavany's got this position locked up. He's got 7th, no problem. Because Denmark has 9 seconds of penalties and he himself has 3. He does not need to make this move. He does not need to make this move. Flies out of there. Cobalt is starting to pressure Doth, which could force Doth into a little bit of a mistake, perhaps. And he's only got 6.5 tenths now. First. Provided he doesn't have to slow down too much to let that happen. We're talking about just over half a second now. Gosh, 3-second penalty. Ooh. Goff got it back, and he is 8. 3.9. And he does not. Well, congrats to Zenith. Well, for the most part, I don't think you're going to see anything in the incident report. Not from what I saw. That'll do it. I believe so. 2020. The 2020 game. Yes, sir. Cheers. Sure. So Zenith went from 7th to 1st, Scavany from 15th to 7th, and Matthew Durner from 16th to 8th. Yes, that's your job. I believe. I mean, let me see. I don't know if I can help you or not here, brother. So let's see. So I need to invite to the party chat. Okay. I mean, I can probably do that. Oh, I don't know if I have Cobalt. Cobalt, Janet, and Doth. I definitely have Cobalt and Doth. Yes, I do. Let's see. So you want to look up, see if you have Cobalt? So Janet, it says he's already joined. Okay, so he's already been invited to this chat. What you're saying? Okay. Let's see where Doth is here. Janet, how are you, Janet?
Yo, sneak in a quick interview before I go to bed.
Okay, that was a great race. Good to see you. Bye.
Hope it was entertaining for you as it was for me to watch.
So we might have a little bit of a delay only because neither one of us. Let me see if I have Cobalt. Janet, do you have Cobalt?
Nah, I don't.
No?
Sorry.
Maybe Doth does.
Doth might.
And
That's
so
if Doth joins. I don't know. He didn't say he was joining or not.
So I did send Doth his invitation. Hopefully he accepts it.
Yeah, it's underscore Cobalt.
Come on. Hey, how you doing, Doth?
What's going on, guys?
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, no kidding. Oh, well, thank you for that. So our winner was Janet. Janet, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So your strategy was, obviously it worked. Was there any point in time where you questioned the strategy that you took on?
I thought I would have had a bit more of a better undercut on Hayden and just staying behind. I had no ERS, so I was planning the undercut on lap 15, but after hearing Puff was taking his softs like 18 laps, I knew like I could take him 12 laps easily, like, so I went in lap 14 thinking I'd get, well, obviously me coming in obviously triggered Josh and Cobalt to come in next lap. They had no choice but to come in next lap, and got away with it, built a gap, got past Doff, and then Doff's tyres just seemed to just fall off the cliff in the last 2 laps, and obviously Cobalt coming up behind him as well.
So we were, during the race, when you were still behind Doth, Grim and I were discussing what might happen, and we thought, I think that Janet needs to be patient here because of the tire situation. He can make this move, and Grim at that time actually pointed out, he needs to get by him now. He needs to build that 3-second gap. How pressing was that for you?
I tried it. I did try it a lap before, but it was I was a bit too far back, and Duff had the outside and the better line through Stowe anyway, and it took a lap longer for me to get past. But all in all,
definitely had a quite close
yeah,
2 tenths in the final corner too.
Yeah, it was crucial. I think if Colburn didn't go for that move into Stowe, then I wouldn't have won.
And if I could, just one more question for Janet. So we were following you on the lap where you finally did pass Doth, and to me, I noticed that going into Beckett's in Chapel, you seem to go into Chapel a little. You sat back a little bit to make sure you had a great exit coming out of Chapel. Is
Yeah.
that what you were trying to do?
Yeah. Always get the best exit out of onto the straight.
Okay. It was quite evident when we were following you. It
Yeah.
seemed that you needed to do the move, you needed to make the move, and you made sure you had the proper exit, and it worked out for you.
Thank you.
And in P2, Doth, no, Cobalt.
No, it was me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, talk us through your race. Started on pole, right?
Yeah, so with the wet qualifying, I was, to be honest, it was a nice surprise. I was not expecting that, and just kind of was able to put a few laps together in quali, and then from there I wanted to start on the softs because I'm generally not the best starter off the line, and so I wanted to make sure I didn't get like bogged into traffic off the line, like don't like kind of give away the advantage of pole position. And I started running, and and kind of I made the snap decision to make the jump into the pits at the virtual safety car, because if it was one of those long VSCs, I could have taken that entire pit lane in one VSC, and it would have been, from there I would have just kind of cruised home. But in hindsight, I'm not sure how helpful it was, because the tires definitely did begin to die a little at the end, and to boot, my softs were fine when I boxed. But look, at the end of the race, I still had a chance to win the race, and props to Jin. I mean, he made the drive back, he made a clean pass, and he was able to get away. So I mean, look, he was faster than I was, so that's it was well deserved on his part. And the second place clinches me P3 for the championship, so I'll take it.
Absolutely. Right there, I mean, honestly, we were like more focused on the midfield. Just kind of could see that, and it was really how the strength did a great job, even just like hanging up there with how old your tires.
No, cheers, thanks. But thanks. But you could see at the end that both Jin and then Cobalt at the end. I mean, just the softs hung on.
Doth, if I can ask you,
Sure.
so how far worn were your tires?
So I think they were only at like 60%, but I didn't have as much confidence as I would have hoped through, like, I tend to make up a lot of my speed just with my driving style and a lot of the high speed corners, Cops and then like Maggots, Beckett's, Chapel. And I just felt with like the last two laps, I couldn't take advantage of them in the same way. And once I went tentative through the corners I was good at, I was only left with the corners I wasn't good at, so then I was screwed.
Yeah.
So,
Well, still, great job.
But yeah, man.
thanks, guys.
And
Last one away.
sure, Cobalt, how are you? Not too bad. So, take us through the first half of the race, because if I remember right, you started just a little bit further back.
Like one of my worst tracks. That didn't help.
So, were you had no strategy prepared, or did you already have some sort of idea what you wanted to do, or did you just kind of like shoot from the hip?
I just winged it.
You just winged it.
I winged it, and I tried using my PS5 controller the first time.
So one thing I didn't ask the other two drivers, and Doth, if you're here, you can feel free to answer afterwards. So did you guys, you knew you were going to have a dry race, so did you alter your setup in any way for qualifying when it was wet qualifying, but knowing
Nah.
it was going to be dry?
Dry setup.
I added some front wing that I took off like in the pits before qualifying ended, just because the little extra front grip. Figured it couldn't hurt a little bit, and I knew I wasn't going to put too much to make the car an oversteery mess. So I was like, I'll add a little on, and then I took a little bit back off for the race.
Cobalt, so I believe it was before you pit, you had to deal with Zenith, and maybe Doth as well. There was some great battles out front, great battles in that you were being pressured pretty well. What was going through your mind as they were pretty much in DRS and pressuring you through lap after lap? But he did well because either one of those guys, and perhaps you can probably go through the list of the entire Tier 1 league, but having those guys behind you, you held up pretty well because I'm sure they were gunning for you. And I think you pretty much held the position until you pitted. Is that correct? Great job.
I also got final warning ahead. Final race, I'm not in it.
Well, I don't have any more questions for these wonderful racers. Do you, Grim?
I am excited for the next season, the new game, and I will battling some.
Right, I'm going to get off, guys.
Right,
Cheers for commentating the race, Grim
All
and
right, guys,
GP.
thank you very much, guys, and congrats on a good season, everybody.
Hey, what you eating?
Yep. We'll see you
What
guys.
you eating, Duff? What you eating? What you eating?
Just some chicken.
Oh,
Being a nerd.
not enthusiastic about it.
So,
right. See you later, guys.
See you guys. Hey, great job, Grim. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully.